fresh from Atlanta, from the
Black Effect Podcast Festival.
Exactly. The Black Effects Podcast Festival. Shout out to everybody we met, and shout out to everybody that was down there. How y'all like y'all experience down there in Atlanta? Would y'all appreciate it?
That was a dope experience. We had a good time, nice networking, nice vibe.
Probably the most
Cool
successful
people.
Reasons Out trip we had.
Yeah, we definitely rubbed shoulders with the right people. And shout out to everybody. Everybody was super cool. You know, they welcomed us. We was them niggas in there.
Shout out to Spodioti, nurse girl, the camera girl, man. Britt, my cousin Britt.
Yeah.
She came.
Shout out for the assist.
I'm glad you said that because I was telling somebody, they was just like, man, it seemed like y'all did what y'all. I said, man, but the underrated star
Britt
was hurt because if she wasn't there, we would have been on some.
We would have been shuffling. We would have been shuffling.
It would have been somebody out of somebody would have been out of the picture.
Yeah, like every time, like so.
Listen,
shout out to her.
y'all go follow, cause
Shout out to
Spodioti nurse girl on Instagram. You know what I'm saying,
Shout out to
Brittany.
her, man.
She was shaky at first, but she got it together.
She wasn't even shaky. Like
she just was.
That wasn't her thing.
Yeah,
like, but she came through.
That wasn't what she was there for.
That's not what she was
She
there
was
for.
there to
we definitely appreciate
to
it.
hang out, but she turned into.
She came in the club.
She was reason to doubt.
She was reason to.
Hey, and another shout out, somebody that really came through in the club. Shout out to DJ Mike Keith. DJ Mike Keith, man.
Show mad love.
Show mad love. He down there in Atlanta, you know.
I ain't say it
Doing
right.
his thing, doing
I ain't
his
say it
thing.
fast enough. Show the mad love. That's what you're supposed to say.
Mellow.
Show the mad love.
But Mike Keith was down there. He really helped us out to maneuver in there, the Black Effect Podcast Festival. You know, helped us out with his connections. It was made the trip more successful. Shout out to Benzino. You know, we had the new shirts on and whatever like that. You know, if you don't know Benzino, a lot of y'all just know him to be from Love and Hip Hop and Coil Ray Daddy, but he actually started the Source magazine, the Hip Hop Bible.
He a pioneer.
So, he saluted our shirts. You know what I'm saying? He co-signed it. So we are the new source for hip hop culture.
And we ain't know how it was gonna go at first. Yeah, hey, we was like, hey, OG, no, don't. He was like, I fuck with that shit.
No, we got a box coming his way.
Oh, for sure.
Coming. It's on the way already.
We ran into definitely Glasses Malone. People that don't know who Glasses Malone is, he is a West Coast artist. Used to be signed to Cash Money. Now he do podcasts, similar to Gilly, if you think about it. But
I know he was signed to Cash Money.
He definitely was signed to Cash Money, you know. But now he more in the media space with podcasts. He stand bold takes and stuff like that. He's got a podcast on Black Effect, Glasses Malone. But Glasses Malone important to the podcast because he's the person that sparked the conversation that no rapper has 4 classic albums. I got that from him.
Most viral content.
And then when I seen him, I had to walk up on him, and he lived
Had
up.
a nice conversation.
He lived up to it because we got into a whole debate in the middle of the podcast festival about the whole situation again. So shout out to Glasses. I've been tapped in with Glasses. I'll speak more about him in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, don't worry about it. I just got West Coast connections now. So
You turn.
you know, I know a little more about the beef than most people. We'll get into that in a minute. Shout out to who else we meet?
Sway.
Shout out to Sway, man.
Legend.
Hit the horn.
Sway tried to snatch my chain.
That's the story you running with.
I mean, he kind of did.
He is from the Bay.
Kind of did.
I seen it.
But I fuck with him though. Yeah, he was.
Nah, man, that was dope, man. Seeing Sway, Sway is in this media culture. Sway is a true legend. You know, Sway done interviewed Biggie and Pac. I feel like anybody that ever met Tupac is like a legend.
I mean, to be honest, Sway probably one of the most legendary people that was in that whole
for sure.
joint. Like
He definitely he was.
Sure. Yeah, like probably the person.
He was. You know what I'm saying? Like Sway might be the GOAT of hip hop media. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to interviewing people, shit. We of course we're gonna go over this Drake and Kendrick beef or whatever going on right now. Sway was the first person to sit down with Jay-Z and Nas when they squashed the beef. Like it's layers and layers. Like everybody remembers the House Sway with Kanye. Like he's a legend. He got so many legendary moments, you know. So
but I
seeing
fuck with
Sway
him on the type of time to where it's like, even though we know all of those things about him and the things that he was accomplishing, his stature. But when we met him, it didn't seem like he didn't put that out there as if I'm
that nigga
at this level of life. You know what I'm saying? He was more like he was in there by himself. Like he was in there shopping. He was in there interacting. He interacted with us like
we got
went to
multiple
high school with him or
times,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, multiple times.
we got the picture. He like, get in here like we family.
Yeah, and then even after that, he seen us 20, 30 minutes later and interacted again. Like it was no bluffing, no. You know what I'm saying? Like it was real genuine.
Good dude.
Yeah, Sway. Sway him to be who he is and not have an ego. And it was people in there that, I'm like deep into this media shit, so I recognize so many different people. Yeah. It was people in there with egos that, all right, relax, fam. Like you cool. Like you know what I'm saying. You like the weirdest shit in here. Like that's what I liked about the podcast festival. It was like a damn black family reunion in there. Like it was just good vibes all around in there.
But you can kind of see how people interact too. You know what I'm saying? To where
because people can show you anything on the internet, on social media and stuff like that. But real life interactions, that's when you really can see who this person is.
Most definitely. He said Sway. It was so many people. Shout out to B Dot. He was hosting him and Pretty V. They was hosting the Black Effect Podcast Festival. But B Dot, you know what I'm saying? We had an interaction with him. He was cool. He followed me on the gram. Cool dude, man. We definitely gonna tap in.
To the real O.G.s.
Oh yeah, they was Pivot Ken and them. They was cool.
I said, I know I smell some pimping in here.
They had that shit on too.
Your boys, the guy from the podcast.
Oh yeah, the Homeroom University podcast. I found out about them when they was on Joe Budden podcast. They're from Raleigh, North Carolina. They got a whole network down there, and but the Homeroom University podcast is the one I follow. It's basically a podcast about podcasting, and they critique different podcasts. How people would critique music, they judging the podcast game. Like this nigga ain't got enough energy when he be doing this pod. This person is this. It's really needed for podcasting for black culture or whatever. But they do their thing. They was on Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden invited them up just to do their podcast in his space. He was on it with him, but like it wasn't an interview with Joe Budden.
They was critiquing.
Like they was just doing their year up podcast.
Yeah,
they was doing like the year up like best podcast of the year and stuff like that. And Joe was just sitting there with him because he basically a fan of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but they dope. They on the rise, and I appreciate them because they just like us. I think they started around the same time as us, and they found their niche. They tried a whole bunch of different shit. And
that was it.
And then that's what's working for them. But they got multiple podcasts on their network. So shout out to them, met them,
I think that's dope too because constructive criticism, and I know, I'm aware of, energy and because I'm always super laid back as far as like speaking into the mic, projecting my voice. So whenever somebody say something like, damn, Joe Jack was talking low on that last episode, I appreciate. That's why we ask people for feedback. Because we want to know if we're doing a good job. We want to know when we ain't doing a good job. We want to know what we can work on. And it's all coming with love, though. As long as you ain't just clowning us, you know what I mean? But we can take constructive criticism. Because we ask about it, So I think they podcast is dope and it's necessary in this space.
AJ the Menace is like the leader of they whole movement, man. He's been on No Jumper and all that, So it's like he really on his grind. And that's what that's what it's called, like their network, Menace Material. And now don't get me wrong, when they talk about people, they be getting under their skin because they don't be going like they be going in on people if they deserve it though. They had some beef in there. I made sure.
Podcast beef is like rap beef.
I told them, hey, watch out. Y'all know your boy in
It was
here.
a little thick in there.
Yeah. No, look, me and Sims was in the cut. Then they seen dude. They looked at us like, there you go. Right there. There you go.
Y'all was gonna ride with him? What y'all was gonna do?
I just met him.
I was making sure I was in the cut.
I ain't jumping in something that I ain't got nothing to do with.
We couldn't do nothing, but all I could do was just record.
Film.
It would have went down.
Baby boy looked like he was kind of by himself. I think they might have, got on his top.
Tuned him up a little bit.
May got on his top. Pause.
Yeah. But and then most of all, of course, we got to shout out $1 million worth of games. we've been doing this, you know, we definitely, Gilly and Wallow is definitely some inspiration for us. And to get down, you know, that we got a Wallow speech live and in person. Like, that was crazy.
We really got, it wasn't $1 million worth of game, but it was probably like 900,000.
900,000.
Yeah, it was close to $1 million.
Quick.
It was close to $1 million, but we'll take it though. We appreciate that.
Half a mil. I'm gonna give it half.
It was a half.
I'm gonna give it
After
half
taxes.
a mil.
After taxes, it was a $500,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then Gilly, we chopped up with Gilly. We got Gilly about 10, 15 minutes to chop up, you know. So that was dope too, man. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly, you know what I'm saying? Real down to earth, cool brothers, man. Especially Gilly. Gilly, I'll fuck you up on that court. Just let you know, fam. All jumpers too. I ain't gotta post your name.
See, I got back in there.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got that money ready, man.
And I was telling
shout
out to all our supporters, everybody that fuck with us from the town, and everybody
went crazy when they seen them pictures.
Yeah, and they was saying they could tell the energy. They was like, Gilly was trying to talk to Jason about some basketball shit. Mm-hmm. Gilly walked up on me talking about basketball, bro. I wasn't on none of that. But no, that was dope, man. That was definitely the dope. The only thing, man, we didn't get to meet Charlamagne, man. I wanted to meet Charlamagne. You know
Charlamagne was not for the people.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
No, but that ain't true. We came late. If we would have came when it started,
he did come.
He was where we was at, in the VIP
pictures.
where we was at, and everything. Like he was like
everybody
that we met down there and shit like that. All the mother pocket, everybody got a picture of Charlamagne and talking. Like we came late. I'm trying to be on some cool shit.
Cool. I think it was dope because I really, really, really felt like we belonged. You know what I mean? It wasn't out of place. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't like nobody looked at us like, fuck y'all doing, who y'all think y'all is. Like, we really looked at like we were supposed to be there. And then I feel like, we didn't, we networked, but we wasn't super pitchy. You know, I talk to people like, we do a podcast out the Midwest, letting everybody know what we do, but we just want a picture. I'm not finna sit here and I can give you this information and you're gonna check it out for yourself. But once I feel like people see our body of work, like they'll salute us. You know what I mean?
That was the beauty of it, the whole situation, because it's like, okay, we doing the podcast, we doing our thing, but we go through ups and downs by doing this shit. Like, so it's like, damn, you might get frustrated, like we ain't blew up yet or something like that. But we go to a situation like that, it really give you like, okay, we belong. Like, we gotta just go harder. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right around the corner.
And that's where I was gonna go with it too. It's just like you say, it's ups and downs of the shit, and we think about this like it's on some real shit. It's like, damn, okay, is we doing what we supposed to do? We fucking up or whatever. But when we go somewhere like that, and people that, I mean, let's be honest, we ran into people that are farther along in the shit than we are, but they gave us the respect as if we was where they are.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Further.
Yeah, or further. Yeah. All based on how we carried ourselves, the way our movement was, the way we communicated. Like you said, we wasn't on no groupie shit. You know what I'm saying? We really, everybody that we bumped into was on some genuine shit. It wasn't on no other type of time. So I think it just gave me that extra boost of like, okay, I think we really doing this shit how we supposed to be doing this shit. We ain't doing no gimmicks. We ain't paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? For extra promo and shit like that. Hey, man, act like you fuck with us and we give you $2,500 on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we doing this shit on a different level, on a more genuine basis. You know what I'm saying? And it might take a little longer sometimes when you do that.
We ain't asking nobody for a handout or anything. All we ask is for opportunity.
That's it. And so I think that was that.
Should not even more so. Well, we are asking for opportunity, but just check it out.
Just check it out.
We
gonna do everything.
Once you check it out, you're gonna understand that this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we a podcast that's worth looking at. We a podcast that's worth dealing with. That's worth feeding into, betting on, or however you want to look at it. So that was more so. What we was doing. I networked with a few people that hit me up yesterday. Mm-hmm. A couple networks hit me up. A couple of the podcasts that I had networked with, they hit me. They've been hitting me up to this day. So it's only up. You know,
I would appreciate even if somebody check gave us a little. Check us out and then critique. Be like, hey, I like what y'all doing, but if y'all trying to make it, then y'all do this or y'all should try that. You know, I would appreciate that.
Not too much though. Not too much though.
As like I said, criticism is welcome.
Yeah, and but salute. They already announced the Black Effect Podcast Festival Part 3 next year is already going down. So we putting it out there, man. We're gonna be on that stage next year, man. So
some capacity.
You know, I'm putting it out in the
atmosphere. And I'm walking back there next year.
No, we're gonna be on the stage next year. We're gonna be invited back there next year. Just gotta speak that to the universe, you know. Like that was dope. That Cat B Dot, he posted a video, and he was in the crowd last year. The dude that hosted, he posted a video. He said, "Next year I'm gonna be on that stage hosting and something. I'm doing
on
something,
a panel or something."
And then fast forward, he was on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
I feel like that's with us. I feel like that's what it'll be because we humble, but we also understand our position. We also understand what we can bring if we get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we was there and we was in the positions that we was in the VIP and stuff like that. Like even once we met Gilly and Wallow, like we even said like, damn man, I said, man, I would have been salty if we didn't meet them niggas. Like,
No, for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like where we from, like we fuck all the other shit. We are them guys, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we have respect for other people that are doing the same things that we're doing, but they at the higher level. You know what I'm saying? We not too arrogant or none of that shit to give those guys that respect. So like
flowers for sure.
When we met Gilly and Wallow and Sway and all those different guys, like I really had a energy about me that I felt within myself, rather than if we would just went in there and walked around and left. You know what I'm saying? But we really got to connect with some of these greats in the platform or where we trying to get to. Like I felt a different type of energy about this shit, and it was like a re-energized. Like we said that, like, you know, sometimes we do this shit, it's ups and downs to this shit. We don't know if we want to keep doing it.
Like
yeah,
shit
like
kind of.
But that shit just gave me a whole new energy. Like, man, hey, listen, man, we just got to keep doing what we doing.
And don't nobody know. Like if you wasn't there, like I swear to God, we was about to leave. Like we was on our way leaving.
Oh, we ran into Wallow.
We were finna leave. And
we was leaving.
It was
like,
a whole other dynamic.
So like, I feel like
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
We was leaving. It was like, there go. And then we was okay.
There go
we
Wallow.
We was finna leave again, and
there go Gilly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out.
We got what the female say. Atlanta owes us nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Owes nothing, man.
Atlanta owes us
At this
nothing.
time.
Speaking of that,
Well, I just one more thing.
That was makeup for last year.
One more thing. I
That's what
think
that shit me and Joe Jack, that bullshit we went through.
I think just like Sans was saying, we're gonna be on that stage next year. I think if when we finally get to Atlanta and all the members is there, we transform like that motherfucking
Voltron.
Power Ranger, like Voltron, like that Power Ranger junk. And it's just it's gonna come together when all five of us is together, and we
have yet to do that.
We've yet to do that.
We always been 4 out of 5.
When we all
We
together,
got 5 mics, but it's 4 of us.
yeah. When we all together, we're gonna transform, and something good gonna happen.
most definitely.
And man, shout out to y'all for real, because I don't think we say that enough. It's like we always talking to the camera, we talking to different people, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all, because we make this shit happen together. You know what I mean? We don't fall out. We communicate as best as we can, and we just keep doing it. Nobody gave up yet. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all for that. Shout out to Sims for nigga. He's the catalyst. You know what I mean? He hold this shit together. We wouldn't be doing it without him. And if he wouldn't have been like, we going to the festival, I don't think none of us would have even really just pushed it. We might have just asked about it. You know, but like, no, we going.
Would have forgot it. Like, oh damn,
we just would have
festival was this week.
Type
We
shit.
heard about it.
But you know, we need that. We need to hold each other accountable. We need to keep each other grounded and keep going. And it's like that one meme where the person digging, and then they stop right before they get there.
Diamond big as hell.
So no, we gonna keep digging. We'll keep grinding, and I just hope somebody see us, appreciate us, give us an opportunity, a cosign, anything.
Yeah, most definitely, man.